Welcome to my blog Hop for Everyone. Now, not everyone actually joined, but I did gather a couple of artists that are super talented. I'm super excited to share their work with you today and get you guys inspired to create. Also, 5 companies were willing to sponsor this event, which I'm super excited for. I'll leave the 3 things you must do in order to enter their giveaways on screen so you'll be eligible to win a prize at the end of this hop. These are all companies that I love and support, so make sure you guys head over there after you're done with the hop to all their sites, tell them I sent you, maybe do a little shopping, and then make sure to check out all of the other artists' posts, which I'm super excited for and I can't wait. Hey everyone, it's Simon Hurley from Inklips, and today we are chopping up penguins. Well, not real penguins, but still. We're going to be coloring them in with Copics and colored pencils, splitting them in half, and creating a fun and interactive sentiment card. Let's get started. Alright, so we're going to start off by stamping down this cute and happy little family of penguins who are just about to head out to the beach, but right before they do, we're going to chop them in half. Don't worry though, no penguins were harmed in the making of this video, and they'll get put back together once the card is finished at the end. So the reason why we split these penguins in half is so that we can color the top using colored pencils and the bottom using Copics. This way you can kind of mix it all together and get the best of both worlds of your supplies. Okay, since that Hannah Montana pun was so lame, let's get back to the card. Today for my coloring, I'm using Prismacolor colored pencils. I don't pull these out super often, but I love them to get a nice smooth and blended effect, and I don't really often use them with Gamsol either. I've definitely used Crayola colored pencils and things like that in the past, and find that they work pretty similar as well, and actually do a really nice job. So I'll leave links on the screen to other videos that I've done using Crayola colored pencils and kind of showing you how to make the most out of your supplies, because I really enjoy doing that as well. Now I don't pull my colored pencils out super often, and by all means I am not a professional colored pencil colorist. But I do know one tip that will help you out from being a major or a minor in colored pencil coloring, and this will really change everything when you're coloring. So basically have a super light hand, otherwise it kind of like pushes down the paper and it won't accept any more color. But if you kind of have a really light hand and build up your layers, you'll get a lot better of a blend and more intense colors. I know I sound like a nerd, but it's true. And I just realized about halfway through my voiceover, why are these penguins going to the beach? I mean, they were making their move pretty risky before they even got chopped in half. I mean, though, props to them for leaving Antarctica, but like, they need to go back to the cold climate. However, I could see like a good movie by Pixar being made about this, like 3 penguins exploring and venturing into the warm wild. What are they gonna do? But also, that's like the Minion movie, so. But if Pixar ever makes that movie, you know who to come to for the idea. Okay, we got a little too crazy. Let's get back to the card here. So I'm coloring in their fur with gray colors, and I'm leaving it kind of streaky to kind of look like fur or mimic that kind of texture. And usually you color white, gray, so that it kind of has a shadow, but I think I went a little overboard here with the gray. But you know, it's all good. They could be like that kind of species. So now we're moving on to the bottom half, and we're going to color it with Copic markers. Now we're coloring this kind of a gray shade because I don't really have any dark Copic markers. But you know, like I said just a couple seconds ago, they're like a different species, so just cut them some slack, give them a break. They're different kind of penguins. They venture out into the wild. So now I'm kind of just like layering on the color here, and even though those colors weren't too different from each other, I did use 2 Copics for the bottom half here, and I also went back in with a black colored pencil. But let me just warn you, do not color on top of colored pencil with your Copics or you'll ruin the tip. So I'm coloring in their stomachs white again, and I'm going to give this guy a little designer Antarctican teal designer shorts, and then I'm also going to color in this inner tube with kind of a mint color, and shading that in with a little green, and then we're going to end up putting this whole card together. It's kind of sort of an interactive card, as I mentioned earlier. It's a little bit weird of a design, but I have a little flap on the top, and I'm going to stick down my panel and then cut that part off, all the excess, and then we're going to put the piece on the bottom to match it up with the top. Now trust me, I messed up so many times when I was doing this, so don't be afraid to peel out that adhesive and just start all over again, and don't be afraid to make a couple card bases, because this took me a while to do, and to make their bodies line up. And then I stamped on the inside, you make every day cooler, so once you open the flap, you get to see the sentiment. Alright, so that finishes up the whole video here. I really love the interactive feel of this card with kind of the flap on the top, and then you get the sentiment on the inside when you open it up. I love the different coloring mediums as well to kind of get the best of both worlds. Sorry, I had to use that again. And then give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. If you want to hear more bad puns and jokes while we make cards, don't forget to click that big subscribe button down below. We are on our way to 3,000 subscribers, and I would love to grow the amazing Inkclips family. Also, no video is linked on screen today because I want you guys to go check out everybody else's video that's in the blog hop. I would love to see you guys get inspired and hop along with all the other artists. So I'll see you guys very soon in another video, and don't forget to check all of them out. Bye!